Hey everyone, welcome to the best US Mint news channel on YouTube. I'm Son of a Silver Stacker. Today's date is the 28th of March 2025, and in this video we're going to be looking at US Mint sales because they're vital to numismatists, flippers, and investors to determine mintages and demand. That's right, you can get all that from looking at these numbers. Now before we do any of that though, if you're new here, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. We're trying to reach a bazillion subs, not Brazilian subs, I mean those are cool too, but it's got to be a ginormous number. It's got to be, right? Now, we're always live, never edited, and always unscripted. I never know what I'm not going to say. Now, over here to moneymetals.com. Look at that. Gold is just, Gold's up 17.05 to 30.84.25. Silver up 3 pennies to 34.63. Can we see 35 by the end of the day? I don't know. Platinum down $1.55 to 998.65. Palladium up $2.95 to 1013.20. And Dr. Copper down a penny. And if you know much about Dr. Copper, well, that's Dr. Copper over there. And you're looking at it in stock, American Silver Eagle. I hate to be so esoteric, but I'm sorry, I don't want to bring that up during the video, maybe on the live stream. Now, you're looking at it in stock, American Silver Eagle, whose premium is $6.39 for a quantity of 1 through 39. You'll pay $41.02. That's right, it's getting more expensive to own those American Silver Eagles. But look, they will buy them back for $35.80 each. It looks like they want them back. Now, over here, next stop is going to be the bullion sales at the United States Mint. Yep, no new tale to tell. We may get news on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I don't know. But I would really like to see these numbers jump up above to the levels we saw here in January. Wouldn't that be something? Now, next stop is going to be the Google machine. Yep, guess what? Yep, gold is at another all-time high again today. Yep, gold buying remains unabated, fresh record high and counting ahead of U.S. And look at the gold hits record high as U.S. tariffs spark trade tensions. That's right, gold prices hit all-time high fueled by tariffs. There you go, folks. The writing is on the wall. Now let's go over here to coinnews.net. This is an article by Mike Unser dated March 27, 2025. And the title of this article is U.S. Mint Sales 2025 West Point Proof Gold Eagle Debut. Now, folks, I got to tell you, the Eagles is where it's at. The Eagles have landed, no doubt about it. These gold Eagles, they're selling like hotcakes. And they probably should because, well, we know that gold is at an all-time high, right? And the psychology of buying is, well, and buying and selling, is that when it's going up, people tend to buy it. And then when it's falling, people don't buy it, right? They don't want to catch a falling knife, so to speak. Now, let's get to it. This video is mostly about the Eagles. It's about the gold Eagles and the silver Eagles. And I found out something really cool I wanted to share with you about those silver Eagles. But before we do that, let's talk this article here. It says last week, the United States Mint introduced its collection of 2025 West Point Proof American Gold Eagles. The annually issued gold pieces are available in 4 individual proof sizes, along with a 4-coin set. That's a 4-coin proof set that includes all 4 proofs, right? So why don't they make an uncirculated 4-coin set? Wouldn't that be nice? It says here, released on March 20, with prices ranging from $430 to $7,182.50, which have since been increased because of the new all-time high in gold prices. The newest gold issues, right, saw a combined 8,648 gold coins ordered within 4 days. This marks the lowest start in the series. What? Yeah, the lowest start in the series. Could it be the price? Absolutely. Right? With the early performance clearly impacted by higher coin prices as a result of gold reaching record highs. For comparison, and they've got here 2025 all the way to 2022, and I'll just break that down here in this paragraph. By comparison, Proof Gold Eagle products from 2024 recorded combined sales of 25,280 coins, while those from 2023 recorded 36,274. 2022, 54,000 coins. We're at half of 2022. Right? Less than half, really, if you think about it. All within their respective 4-day starting periods. That's remarkable, folks. That really typically doesn't happen. Initial prices for the 2022 and 2023 Proof Gold Eagles were identical and lower than those for 2024, while 2025 prices, well, you can imagine, stand as the highest ever. That's right. And we've talked about that in our videos, how United States Mint is, well, they're selling those American Gold Eagles at the highest elevated prices they've ever had in the history of ever. All right, sales declined for the 2025 proof set. Yep, this is something that does happen. It doesn't happen too often. It typically happens to the American Innovation coins, sometimes the American Women Quarters, but typically those two products. However, recently, I'd say probably 2 to 3 years, the proof set has also been a victim of that. In fact, we're looking at, I think, Just a couple of years ago, we stand at 400,001, maybe two. I can't wait to see that drop a couple more to less than 400,000 as far as the total mintages for that particular year. Now let's keep on keeping on. Elsewhere, sales retreated for the newly issued 2025 proof set released March 4. The set opened with 6 days totals of 211,757 sets. Now, folks, this is the last clad Kennedy half dollar we're going to be able to purchase, right, before they change the design next year and then revert back to the Kennedy half dollar in 2027 with the portrait facing to the right. Now it says here it climbed 9,392 to reach 221,149 sets in its first full week of sales, but most recently saw its total reduced by, look at that, that's a gut punch, 13,918 to its new grand total is 207,231, and there is a total mintage limit on this at, I want to say, 420,002. That's right. Now check it out. This is the U.S. Mint weekly top sellers, and as you can see, I've highlighted one of them. Well, because it is from last year. It's the only product from last year, and that says a lot about the demand for 2025 products. I'd say it was there, but it's not to the point where it's, we're looking at 1,000 for the 5th place. Okay, it's half of that for the 5th place and below. They're not even breaking. I mean, look at this. 1,200 here, and just the top 4 are breaking the thousands. That's not too great. In its latest report, U.S. Mint published sales data for 540 numismatic products. Almost got dyslexic there. The data revealed that 87 of those products outperformed their sales in the previous week compared to 59 in the prior report. One product experienced a week-over-week increase of more than 1,000 units compared to 3. All right, so one product experienced week-over-week more than 1,000, while 3 previously. However, 87 compared to 59, it looks like the little ticky-tacky sales are picking up, but not the big boy sales. All right. Additionally, 2 products recorded weekly sales declines. The previously mentioned 2025 proof set, and look at this, the 2017 West Point $100 American Liberty gold coin, which dipped by 1 compared to no product showing declines in the previous report. And I don't even remember when they did a previous report over here at coinnews.net, but that's okay. U.S. Mint sales, numismatic products. Here we go. This is important, folks. This is where I think the flippers and investors make their money in this data right here. And I'm going to try and explain it to my best of my ability here. 2025 commemoratives. Look at that. They are hopping still. That is incredible. People do love those United States Marine Corps 250th anniversary coins. No doubt about it. This has been on sale since February 2. And we are almost on April 2. So kudos to the United States Mint and all the folks that had a hand in getting those 2025 commemoratives out into the hands of the folks there. Beautiful coins, no doubt about it. Okay, here we go. Morgan and Peace silver dollars. And you know what I do? I compare and contrast these to the American Silver Eagle sales. In fact, if I look at this and I say, okay, how many 2024 proof Morgan and Peace dollars were sold? Well, I'd have to go here. That's a bulk. That doesn't count. Okay, 86 plus 151. I'm looking around 250, maybe 240-ish, right? So there's that to consider. Okay, well, how many have they sold for the American Silver Eagle for the proofs? I think there's the proof San Francisco and the proof West Point. All right, we'll compare and contrast that here. Let's just go down there right about now. That's clad proof sets. I will come back. All right, uncirculated sets. Here we go. Proof and reverse proof. Silver Eagles. Look at that. 43 plus 94. Yeah, you're looking at what? Maybe 140 there, if that. If that, maybe not even that. Probably 130. It's not much, folks. 130 of those compared to 200 and almost 40. So they've almost sold 100 more Morgan and Peace proofs from 2024 than they did for the American Silver Eagles, folks. And I got to wonder, because these are all the same price, but the difference is the size, right? It's a commemorative planchet for the Morgan and Peace silver dollars. They are commemoratives, and they're not a full ounce of silver. What? Yeah, they're not really an ounce of silver. It's 858. That's what the total is. That's kind of remarkable. All right, look at this. Keep on keeping on here. We're looking at the 2024 uncirculated there. 24 uncirculated Peace dollar, Morgan dollar. Sold 28 there and 26 there. That's not really that many. I think that's probably 65-ish, maybe 60. It's not good. But it's even worse for the uncirculated American Silver Eagles. And it'd be great. There we go. U.S. Mint sets. It'd be great if these were all together. Here we go. Look at that. Uncirculated Silver Eagles from 2024 had sold 33. That's not a whole lot of. And if you do the math, the difference between 139,000 here and 93,754 is about 45,000, okay? And how long do you suppose the United States Mint would take at 33 coins a week to sell an additional 46,000 coins. They're not. And I believe what's going to happen is that the United States Mint is going to take these unsold, uncirculated Silver Eagles from 2022, 2023, and, maybe 2024, and melt them down. Because check this out. I'm going to go here to the Shop American Silver Eagle coins, and I'm here at 2024, and I'm at 2025, and here I'm at 2025. Congratulations. And what's really important is we see this right here. That's a legend, and it says this product is limited. However, 2024 West Point proof is not limited, nor is it 2025, nor should it be. It just dropped. However, look at the 2023 proof. Yeah, still available, not even saying it's limited. And what is the threshold for limited? I do believe it's around 50,000 coins, maybe 35,000. And that's not a whole lot of folks. Look at this 2024 proof. Yep, still available. 2024 uncirculated, still available, not even limited. There's an uncirculated from 2022. That's limited, but how many have they sold on that bad boy? 173,390. Yeah, it's going to be an eon before they sell any of that. I mean, it's just not going to happen, folks. They're going to have to melt those down. The 2023s and possibly the 2024s. There's a 23 uncirculated. Doesn't even say limited on it, folks. So that does not bode well for the future of the uncirculated Silver Eagle. And I got to ask you, do you remember the last time the American Silver Eagle from West Point had a mintage of 100,000? Oh, I bet you do. All right, let's go here. This is Wikipedia, American Silver Eagle mintage figures, and this is very important, muy importante. And let's go to 2011. Okay, we're looking at the uncirculated field here, right? We're at 93,754. All right, and this is not on purpose, folks. That's just how it happened. All right, here we go. So I've highlighted 2011, and there was 5 American Silver Eagles in a set from 2011. That was the 25th anniversary, folks. There was 100,000 West Point uncirculated. There was 100,000 San Francisco uncirculated, 100,000 reverse proof, all right, and then 850,000 West Point proof, and then 39 million, almost 40 million of the bullion coins, folks. That is a big deal. Check this out. Right here, this is what's new, press releases from October 20, 2011. United States Mint to release American Eagle 25th anniversary silver coin set on October 27, and it came with 5 outstanding coins. I don't know why this one's all blown out. But yeah, whatever. Let me read this to you. The United States Mint is pleased to announce, and I bet I would love, oh my gosh, I would love to see 2026, the 40th anniversary, have something spectacular like this. Maybe 6 of them, and please include a Denver American Silver Eagle. That would be okay, all right? Or maybe fractional American Silver Eagles in a 40th anniversary set. Please, thank you. All right, let's get to reading this. Now it says here, and look at the reasonable price on that bad boy. United States Mint is pleased to announce the opening sales for the limited edition American Eagle 25th anniversary silver coin set at noon Eastern Time, October 27, 2011. Orders will be limited to 5 sets per household for the first week of sales, not for the first 24 hours. At the end of this period, the United States Mint will reevaluate this limit and extend, adjust, or remove it. The current price is $300. It's $299.95. per set, but as with all products containing precious metals, it is subject to change. And I really hope and wish that we do get a new mint director that will give us a silver pricing grid, please. All right, this set contains the following 2011 dated coins. 1 American Silver Eagle, right, uncirculated from the West Point Mint. 1 silver proof from the West Point Mint. 1 American Eagle reverse proof from the Philadelphia Mint. 1 American Eagle silver bullion coin, no mint mark. And then 1 uncirculated San Francisco. And check this out. This is the best part. My favorite part, the part I really like. All 5 coins are encapsulated and mounted in a single custom-designed, highly polished, lacquered hardwood presentation case, accompanied by a certificate of authenticity, and the United States Mint will only produce up to 100,000 sets. What? Yes, please. Can we start having those types of awesome things again? Yeah, I hope so. I just, I have hope, and I don't get rid of hope. And what do you got if you lose your hope, right? So let's keep on keeping on. We'll go back to this article here by Mike Unser over at coinnews.net, and we're going to get some traction again and find out where I was. All right, let's go to the clad proof sets. This is the one I was talking about for 2022. I would love to see that under 400,000, so lose 2, and I'm happy camper on that one. Look at this down and to the right as far as the proof sets are concerned. From 2017 through 2025, I believe there's only 1 year that we did see higher than your typical, maybe 2 years. Other than that, it's down and to the right, folks. And this year we do see 420 and 2 as far as the clad proof sets. That's remarkable. American Women Quarters proof set sold 354. Now, if you're wondering where the American Women Quarters silver proof set went, well, it's still on the product schedule. However, it is on the bottom right, very bottom. It doesn't have a season, doesn't have a date yet either. And you may have been charged, you may not have been charged, but it was supposed to come out, and it's very odd. It makes me think that there was something wrong with the packaging or something was up, and I'm not sure. But if you do end up getting an American Women Quarters silver proof set, make sure you look through it thoroughly, right? Let's keep on keeping on. All right, U.S. Mint uncirculated sets. This is the one that holds the highly coveted 2024 P and D Jefferson nickels, and there are only 190,000 sets available. But we don't know exactly. There could be 188,000, which would mean that there's less than 10,000 of these sets available. However, at only 466, 1,200 per month, maybe 1,300 to 1,400 per month, that's going to be up until probably, I would say, late summer, early fall, and this is gonzo. Bye-bye. All right, let's keep on keeping on. I did notice something with the American Women Quarters I wanted to show you. I did show you the proof and reverse proof Silver Eagles. Yeah, look at that. Lackluster sales for the Silver American Eagle. The S proof Silver Eagle, yep, nothing going on there. 43.94, the 24 West Point proof. I tell you, they're collecting dust on these shelves here in Texas. They got to be. That's just pretty sad. Uncirculated, we already talked about that. Now look at this. This is remarkable. These are the 2024 Proof American Gold Eagle coins. We already talked about the 2025. Sales are hopping, right? Look at this. The big sales here are the 10th ounce and the 1 ounce coins. 1.8% increase on those sales and a 1.27% increase on the 1/10 ounce. And remember when those 1/10 ounce coins were like $180? Man, they're like 400 and some odd bucks now. It's incredible. It really is getting out there. And is it going to get worse? Probably. Uncirculated American Eagle gold coins right there. Bam, 31 for an increase of 1.1%. Let's keep on keeping on. Proof American Platinum Eagles. Look at that. Almost a 6% increase because, well, is platinum, yeah, it went down in price, right? So people are taking advantage of that. American Palladium Eagle, bam, 47. And are people taking advantage of that? Yeah, it's incredible what we see when the price moves. Presidential silver medals, let's keep on keeping on. Nothing really to speak of here. Generally, I typically start talking about a coin if we see a pop in the sales. And we're really not seeing anything so far until we get to the American Women Quarters, and that's Ida Wells. And I do believe that people are finding errors for the Ida Wells Quarters from the Philly bag and the Philly rolls. Let's check this out. Boy, that was, okay, here we go. Native American dollar rolls. There we go. 1.24% increase for the 100 coin bag out of Philly. And Denver had 1.47. And then the 250 coin box sold 9 of them for an increase of 1.41%. Nothing going on with the Kennedy half dollars, but I imagine it'll be really interesting to see what the Kennedy half dollar sales are for 2025 come May. That'll be really interesting. Now, here it is. These are the Ida Wells quarters. All right, look at this. Only the Philadelphia issuances popped, not necessarily the 3-roll set. That might be an overcommitment. But if you wanted to access the Philadelphia roll or the 100 coin bag from Philly, well, you got 24 here of the rolls and then 18 there of the coin bag. And yeah, 4 from Denver, which makes me think that somebody is sourcing errors out of these 2 particular quarter bags and rolls. And that, I believe, is it. Let me show you something really cool. Bingo. This is eBay, folks. And I did talk about the 2011 American Silver Eagles, and that is the 20th anniversary set. And it did come with 5 American Silver Eagles. I did show you the press release here. And yeah, these are the coins, right? Sold for $299. This person here had all of theirs graded. There's the really beautiful coins there. Look at the 32 bids. Wow. Whoa. A lot of 20. That's pretty amazing. Yeah, there's some deals out there, folks, for those 2011s. There really is. Amazing, beautiful, beautiful coins. And you may have already own this. And if you do, kudos to you. And what would you like to see for 2026? An additional 5 coins, maybe 6 coins if they include a Denver, or maybe a whole set of reverse proof with privy marks, right? Wouldn't that be something like a 40th anniversary privy mark on those coins? And how come we're not talking about that right now? considering that it's next year. Isn't time running out? Time might seem like it's tight. Not sure exactly why they're not talking about it, but I would imagine if it's not on the schedule, well, they better get it there yesterday. Now let's go to the plus ones. Bingo! This is a really good one. I like this one a lot. This is Psalm 37:1. This is by David, King David, that guy. Says, do not compete with the evildoers. Be not envious of the doers of injustice. For like grass, they will be cut down swiftly, and like green vegetation, they will wither in the hot sun. I added that part at the end. I probably shouldn't have. Don't be lured by the external trappings of prosperity of the wicked. I think this is what this means. For it is the Lord's blessed ones who will inherit the earth when heaven descends upon it. And I do believe heaven will descend to earth one day. That's right. Now I got 2 songs for you today. Number 1 is a really cool song. It's, by this band. And that's the name of it. And, it's terrible. And then there's this is a Toy Dolls, and it's a punk band from back in the day, and the song is called I've Got Asthma, and I can relate to it because, well, it's a song that I can totally relate to because I've got asthma and I cannot breathe. I went to the doctor and he gave me one of these. Now, with that said, folks, I want to thank you all for coming. Thanks for dropping by. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you do like what you're going to see, sub the channel. It's absolutely free. Now, what's not free is the membership. It's $1.99 a month. However, you do help these videos come out each and every single morning. It's like a juggernaut. Look out for me. And if you want to help the channel in other ways, you can easily go to the store here. There's some fantastic products there. There's beanies, there's trucker hats, there's T-shirts, there's hoodies. And the best part of all, it's not about my son of a silver stacker, logos and stuff. It's about those items that Mickey Minsky over at Irish Gifts, the ones that he made, those coin roll hunting mats. Those are epic. And then the final way you can do that is just by going here to PayPal and making a donation. However, I'd rather have you buy something at the store or become a member, and we do member videos every so often. We had a member video yesterday for an hour and a half. We talked about coins and some inside information, and it's worth it. It really is. I mean, we're some of the people here that on these chats that broke the idea of maybe possibly closing the San Francisco Mint due to all of the negative financial situations that the Mint's got itself into. But with that said, folks, I really appreciate you hanging on this long. I know my videos are a lot longer than they used to be. I've upgraded my software. I've upgraded my microphone and hopefully upgraded my channel. Now, with that said, y'all have a wonderful day. Peace out.